This is the James Hetfield Vulture. This is the LTD version, and today, right now, I'm going to change the strings on it. So this is not an instructional video on how to change it. This is not anything beyond me just changing the strings on this guitar. And if you want to watch it, be my guest. You're coming along for the ride. If you think that this is some sort of tutorial or something like that, you're in the wrong place. There's a lot of places that show you how to do this properly and show you how to do it or whatever. I know I've gotten bad comments about this being a really bad tutorial, and it's not, and this being this guitar having a bad tone or whatnot, and frankly I don't care. So, meanness out of the way, let's go ahead and start changing the strings on this. I'm going to be using with this, I'm going to be putting on these D'Addario strings. I was told that they're really nice. I've never tried these. I want to do a 10 to 46. So with a 10 to 46, could get a bit. I like to play rhythm because I'm not good, and I just want to have a thicker string to get a little bit more of a crunch. This guitar is really nice for getting a nice deep sound because that's just the way it was designed. So I'm going to use those strings. I got my turn. I forgot what they call these. A peg turner, I believe, a machine head turner, something like that. I have these wire cutters because that's the easiest way to get the strings off, and my guitar tuner. There's a little Krog. I've had another Krog just like this. These are super cheap and they last forever. So let me go ahead and get the strings off and we'll get moving. The thing about this guitar, the strings this guitar has locks on it. So let's do this. This guitar has string locks, which makes it super convenient to take them off. Take the strings off. So you just loosen your string locks. I love string locks. Whenever I can, I put on third-party string locks because it just makes playing guitar and changing the strings on the guitar so much more easy and a lot more fun, really. This has a hardtail. The strings all terminate. They don't go through the body, they terminate there, which is nice. These were suggested to me on Twitter. A couple of guys that play guitar a lot said that these strings they're a little bit more expensive than like the Ernie balls that I normally use, but they last longer. They have a coating on it that'll play better, I believe so. They have good tone, good bendability. They're color coded, which is interesting. Yeah, they're color coded. Can you see that? Yeah. Which is kind of cool, I guess. This is something you'll never see other than when you're putting them on or taking them off, but oh well. Out of the package, they look nice and shiny. I don't see, oh well, I guess this is where you want a color coding because you want to make sure you use the right ones in the right way. These are my low gauge, lower, these are the mid, and I guess these are high. So now that I say I don't know why you'd use it, I go run right to it. So stainless steel is my high E, and then purple is my B. So let's start there. I always like to start on the low E, on the high E. But maybe that's the wrong way, I don't know. You guys, I've been doing this for a while and this is the way I do it. Maybe I just do it completely wrong. I honestly learned how to change guitar strings by watching a YouTube video. So maybe I just watched the wrong person change strings and followed the wrong advice, and here we are. You guys can correct me and I may actually read a comment, but don't count on it. So I like to do the 3 when I do this. I do 3 fingers. Again, I learned this on a YouTube video. So On YouTube, the guy said do 3. So I like to follow that rule, leave that much slack to kind of be able to go back and forth. Now when you're changing your strings, this is a good question for the comments, if I want to do a comment so badly. When you're changing your strings, do you always feel as though the string's going to pop and just get you right in the eye, or is that just me? Can't be just me, but maybe it is. First 2 strings, E and B, high E and B, set without popping them. That shows me that these strings are really nice. I mean, they do cost, they're not an arm and a leg. Normally strings cost a couple dollars a pack. If you get like the, apparently I was getting the cheapo strings. But these are $11.50 or $12 for a pack, which is a lot if you change your strings a lot. I don't, but if you change your strings a lot, that will add up quickly if you buy a pack of these guys. I've only had this guitar since February of this year, I believe. I bought it in February. And I've not changed the strings. I've played it quite a bit. I enjoy playing it. I like a flying V. It sits in my lap really nicely, which makes it easy because 99% of the time I'm sitting on the couch or sitting on a chair. I'm sitting. I'm a hobbyist at best. I'm not a musician. I just enjoy the challenge of playing a guitar, and it's easier for me to just sit down. I'm not playing in front of anybody 99%. The first time I ever started playing in front of people was YouTube. So that should tell you everything you need to know. We come down to the final 2 strings. Final 2 strings. The gold is low E and the red is the A. So again, this is 10 to 46. So it's a lower gauge. I tune it in E flat normally. Sometimes I'll go lower. Sometimes I'll do a drop D. I haven't done a drop D in a while though. I tried tuning lower, but I'm not good enough to keep up with being that low yet. I fumble around a bit when the tuning gets below E flat. E flat, that's what Metallica uses, so I'll pretend I'm, other than just having the guitar, I'll just ramble here. Feed the string through the hole. Tighten it up to the tension that I want to start out with, meaning the slack, meaning three fingers in my case. I wonder if that's, I don't know if that's a universal. That's just probably like a way to get through. Tighten the lock in the back. In this case, you can leave it like that and have that rough look, but tying down the string, it gets a bit cumbersome. So I just nip it right there and holding it somewhat in the guide. You don't have to really keep it that tight. I just turn. Again, I'm not an expert. I don't know if this is proper technique. You can leave a comment that I'll ignore on the bottom. And as long as it doesn't break, I really don't care. As long as it gets in tune, which this guy stays in tune pretty well. Perfectly in tune. No, it's not. Don't comment on that. Last string. is my low E. This is 46. It's a thicker gauge string. I've used 46 on other guitars. I have a Schecter Hellraiser that I have right here that I've used in a lot of my riff videos. And I think I still have a 46 on it now. I just like the feel of a 46. 10 to 46 for what I do, which is just play around, works really well. Okay, so there you have it. This guitar now has brand new strings on it. The D'Addario. These guys seem pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and tune it right now and we'll see how it goes. Like I was saying earlier, I tune everything in an E flat because it sounds cool and it's easy to do. How do you guys tune? Do you guys tune from high E to low E or low E to high E? I usually will start on the high E and work my way up. I don't know if that's right. That's the way I've done it. That's the way I've seen YouTube videos do it. So that would be another one. Leave that comment. They're going to sway a little bit, so I have them in tune right now. But playing a little bit will kind of move them around. I've seen guys say you should pull, so I'll do that sometimes. I'll pull it a little bit to make sure that I'm tight here and I'm tight on my bridge. So that's close to tune. It's going to sway a little bit. I have to keep poking at it and prodding at it, but I like these strings. They feel really nice just by playing around with it for 5 seconds here. They feel really nice. I've used D'Addario before and they work pretty well, so that's. I have more riffs. People usually don't watch the videos, but I have a bunch of riffs, so I'll put that here somewhere. And you can subscribe to the channel. I do stuff like this every day. Take a look. I have a bunch of other stuff if you want to. Guitars don't. I do a lot of different things. This is not a guitar channel or a riff channel or a fishing channel or an unboxing channel. It's whatever I want it to be. So this was today. This is changing guitar strings again, and watch my other stuff, and thanks for watching.